Let's start with you, Michael, and we'll move to you guys as well. What can fans expect from the next season of Defiance?
Oh, wow.
That you can tell us.
Yes, I know, because I'm immediately checking through my list of things I can't say. Stama will open a macrame shop. Things get darker. Things get more dangerous. Things get, we're hoping, more unpredictable. Everything that in any way was grounded in season 1 has been cut from its moorings. All the characters are adrift in territory that they never anticipated and really have no way of dealing with.
Right.
Until they have, everyone's forced to the end of their rope, where they have to sort of like dig into the resources of their characters and operate in totally new ways and form new alliances.
Great. And what can you guys tell us about your characters' journeys in season 2? What are you allowed to tell us?
Top that after what Michael summed it up really well then. Now I'm going through my list of what I'm allowed to say. I guess the way things were left with Larissa last year, I mean, she's back, but she's grown up and she's got a lot to deal with. But yeah, it's been really fun playing Larissa this year because, yeah, like Michael was saying, things have got dark, really dark, and everybody's going through huge journeys. And I think it kind of lifts off from where you saw season 1 kind of taking us with all the characters, but it really launches into a whole new. I feel like it's a new production almost. It's Yeah, so you'll because everyone asks me, is Larissa dead? And I there's not a lot I can say about where her journey goes, other than it begins with Nolan looking for her and discovering, and them going on a journey of where Larissa's going at the moment. So yeah.
I think that this sci-fi world, it's got its own culture and mythology, and it was a really complex, intricate world that we set up in the first season, and we had to make sure that the audience understood and stayed with us, and now hopefully you did, and now we get to flip the chessboard and turn everything on its head. And for me, with Stama, the show is called Defiance because this is quite a defiant town, but each of the characters have their own kind of journeys of defiance, and I don't think that Stama really did in the first season. I think she really kind of kept her mask on, and she did kind of work her magic and achieve certain objectives, but it was very much within the repression of the culture and society that she came from, her alien species come from. And I would say that this season, the title name of Defiance, you might see more in Stama's storyline.
Great.
The show. I have a follow-up.
Please.
Just as the director of many of the episodes and sort of up there dealing with the physical production, season 2 is physically and cinematically beautiful.
Sure.
We season 1 was a learning curve, and everyone, not only the cast but the DP and the production designer and the costumer have brought their A game, their A+ game.
Right.
And so you can look for season 2 for really feature quality production. We've done some amazing stuff. Huge stuff.
I agree. It's we want to do something different, and I think we have done something different. But I know certainly just within my small part of this production, there's a fear of I want to do something different, but what am I doing? And every now and then, you try to be brave and do something, and then you're like kind of worrying about it a little bit. And for me, when I first saw the first season, you see how brave you can be and how big you can be and how big the themes are, and that actually I think we all came back excited. Oh, you know what? Whether we can go further with that, whether it's the director of photography or different lenses that Michael might use, or different choices that I may use, all of us. So I think that second season is just going to go boom.
Right. The colours are a lot more powerful. I saw some stuff on the monitor the other day, and it surprised me actually how different the angles that they were using and the kind of the colours. It helps us do our job, I think, because it gives a real feel to the scene before anyone's even said anything. And so there is a big change.
Right.
It's such an ensemble more than any other TV show I've ever been on. you know, it's so huge. You know, whether it's the costume designer or the set designers or props. You know, everything is so intricate that you can't, you know, have a studio or you know, one person, one producer controlling everything like you may do, you know, sometimes in other productions. You just have to trust that these amazing artists are all going to bring their A game, and they really do. It's amazing.
It's nice working with a crew that the majority of them were on season 1 because they know it and they've seen where it's gone,
and they've come back excited with what they've seen
and want to kind of expand. It's been nice.
Now, traditionally in Hollywood and sometimes in genre projects, you know, female actors are the damsel in distress, and you two are anything but that. I mean, your character basically can kick anyone's ass, and your character runs the show. I mean, from behind the scenes, kind of. So,
I'm the one in distress.
Was that a big part of what attracted you to the roles?
Definitely, yeah. And also the fact that they're aliens, like I always say, the fact that when I first read this script, I didn't want it to be just about these aliens that nobody ever felt for and could kind of relate to either. There's a real humanness to all of them and the emotions that they're going through, and but at the same time, they're you know, they can kick butt, and Arissa knows how to use a knife, there's a real mixture. It's like it feels like it's like a good mixture of things.
It's a wonderful thing about the sci-fi genre. You can re-examine themes that people understand and resonate with people from a whole different perspective, and which leads to quite a meaningful, cathartic experience. I mean, even though Stammer is quite strong in many ways, she comes from a repressive patriarchal society, so we get to kind of re-examine those kind of themes, which has been really interesting from a whole new perspective.
And how about the makeup process for you guys? Is that getting old yet, or are you still hanging in there?
Yeah, we're hanging on in there. We have a good chat in the makeup room, and we've all got our dogs on set as well. Like Michael was saying earlier, that's a whole. But,
we need the dog.
we do.
It's quite funny. My dog is completely Snow White, and so when I'm all done up and I've got my
she's a
my dog
dog
under one arm, everyone's like, she should definitely be in the show.
So the show is huge in scope. I mean, from a production standpoint, and even from a standpoint of like having the video game and the show interact. What's the fan reaction been like for you guys so far through the first season?
Amazing.
I have no fans.
How about the show fans? How's that reaction?
Well, it was Julie was saying earlier, it was interesting because, you know, we've done, you know, the San Diego Comic-Con, we actually did that just straight after the pilot, right? And, you know, we were still kind of, it's amazing that our audience can keep up with it, because we were kind of, you know, we've read the scripts and worked on it for however long, and we were still kind of, you know, trying to fully understand what we were doing, and we came and did a con, and you know, the next year we came back and the show had aired, and just to see that room, you know, triple, the quadruple in size, and then see little Arissas running around, and different Arathians and different people dressed up as my character, and the questions that people ask when they stand up, they're so informed and thoughtful. You can tell that this is really resonating with people and meaningful for people.
Great.
There's a depth to what we get back. Sometimes even deeper than we consciously put out, with what we felt we put out. Right. You know, but at every level, writing, you know, directing and acting, you work on a conscious level, and you're also working at a subconscious level, and it all goes out to the fans. And the fans have created this deeply thought out and intricate understanding of what we're doing. Sometimes surprising to us.
Right.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, some of the nicest things that people have come up and spoken about is the way, for me, it was they've been talking about their relationship with their parents, and like, you know, with Nolan and Arissa, the father figure stuff. I realised that people are watching this and they are relating to a lot of the issues that we're bringing up, and even though we may be playing aliens, it's still. I think that's what really attracted me to the piece in the first place.
It's really meaningful for us to actually feel as though we're creating something which
resonates.
Great. Well, I got the one last question, Nat. So I'm curious then, from a production standpoint, the show is, I mean, there's millions of people in makeup, and there's green screen, and there's massive sets and all that. What's the most challenging aspect for each of you in getting the show onto the air?
Time.
Yeah.
You know, the ambitions of the scripts and our ambitions creatively are very, very high.
How many days do we have per episode?
7.
Wow.
7
Wow, that
days
seems, isn't it
to
usually
shoot
8
that
typically?
movie
Yes.
quality
Yeah,
Yes.
that's amazing.
We're a
hour
7-day
of
show.
television.
Wow.
And you know, we've made the mistake of achieving it.
We should have messed. We should have
Yeah.
fucked up more often.
Yeah, we should have done.
I mean, we should have been more stammer about the whole thing. It's like we fucked up a few times.
We did.